Warning. The Foundation database is classified. Access by unauthorized personnel is strictly prohibited. Perpetrators will be tracked, located, and detained. The following is a presentation by the SCP Foundation. It will contain compiled footage of anomalies relevant to your current assignment. All other details are available via a folder given to your MTF unit leader. Your success in this mission is imperative to the fate of mankind. Do not fail. Secure. Contain. Protect. First assignment. SCP-3008. Object Class: Euclid. Assigned MTF: Lambda 14. The 1-star reviewers. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3008 is a large retail unit previously owned by and branded as IKEA, a popular furniture retail chain. A person entering SCP-3008 through the main entrance and then passing out of sight of the doors will find themselves translocated to SCP-3008-1. This displacement will typically go unnoticed as no change will occur from the perspective of the victim. They will generally not become aware until they try to return to the entrance. SCP-3008-1 is a space resembling the inside of an IKEA furniture store, extending far beyond the limits of what could physically be contained within the dimensions of the retail unit. Current measurements indicate an area of at least 10 square kilometers with no visible external terminators detected in any direction. Inconclusive results from the use of laser rangefinders has led to the speculation that the space may be infinite. SCP-3008-1 is inhabited by an unknown number of civilians trapped within prior to containment. Gathered data suggests they have formed a rudimentary civilization within SCP-3008-1, including the construction of settlements and fortifications for the purpose of defending against SCP-3008-2. SCP-3008-2 are humanoid entities that exist within SCP-3008-1. While superficially resembling humans, they possess exaggerated and inconsistent bodily proportions, often described as being too short or too tall. They possess no facial features and in all observed cases wear a yellow shirt and blue trousers consistent with the IKEA employee uniform. Your mission will consist of coordinating manned excursions into identified IKEA retail locations. There is evidence to suggest that these locations are showing similar anomalous properties to SCP-3008, and may serve as nexus points into the SCP-3008-1 dimension. Second assignment. SCP-3166. Object Class: Euclid. Assigned MTF: Chi-9. The Page Turners. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3166 is a 2.1 meter tall humanoid entity, presumed pataphysical in nature, known to manifest during periods when the Garfield media franchise is performing poorly in terms of public reception. The exterior layer of SCP-3160's body resembles a crudely made costume of the character Garfield, which field inspection has shown to be composed of legitimate cat fur. However, analysis of SCP-3160's composition in the field has shown that its interior mass is composed entirely out of pasta, specifically lasagna. Upon the criteria for its manifestation being met, SCP-3166 will appear in the vicinity of a suitable individual, hereafter referred to as the target, and move towards their location. Known targets of SCP-3166 have included individuals prominently involved in rival media to the Garfield franchise, individuals formerly involved in the production of the Garfield comic strip, individuals involved in parodies of the Garfield franchise, vocal critics of the Garfield franchise, Garfield creator Jim Davis. 3. Upon reaching its target, SCP-3166 will attempt to inflict bodily harm upon them through a mixture of blunt force using nearby objects and force feeding of lasagna. obtained through self-disembowelment. During this process, SCP-3166 will vocalize by meowing, purring and screeching in the manner of an extremely agitated cat. Lasagna outside SCP-3160-SIX's mass has proven to be an effective form of bait for the entity, as upon seeing it SCP-3166 will abandon its original goal and instead attempt to incorporate the pasta into itself. Your mission will consist of the distribution of memetically enhanced Garfield material in order to drum up support and readership of the Garfield franchise. There is reason to believe that due to the recent casting of actor Chris Pratt in the upcoming Garfield film, an appearance of SCP-3166 may be imminent, and Chris Pratt may become a target for the creature. Third assignment. SCP-4444. Object Class: Ticonderoga. Assigned MTF: Iota 10. The Damn Feds. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4444 is an incorporeal extra-dimensional entity that has been cohabitating the body of former United States Vice President Albert Arnold Gore, Jr., presumably since late 1998. The entity is invisible to the naked eye, but appears under infrared as a long, slender, translucent, hexagonal pyramid with 6 triangular vents, one at the top of each of its 6 faces, emerging from the upper back of Vice President Gore's head. The entity is inscribed with numerous glyphs written in an alien language, many of which glow when it is coopting the voice of Vice President Gore. SCP-4444 is capable of altering the dimensionality of Vice President Gore, allowing him to become incorporeal in order to evade or escape containment. When doing this, SCP-4444 begins to glow brightly under infrared, and both itself and the Vice President become capable of walking through any and all physical barriers. Foundation engineers have not yet discovered the technology capable of restraining SCP-4444, making it impossible to maintain containment of the entity. Beyond this, SCP-4444 appears to have a number of other anomalous abilities, making it a consistent threat to informational awareness breach. SCP-4444 refers to itself as part of a massive collective of similar entities. It responds to the name Garber Gore and can speak by coopting the voice of Vice President Gore, though its speech patterns are unusual and typically difficult to parse, likely due to the translation barrier between SCP-4444's native means of communication and Vice President Gore's brain. Your mission will consist of disseminating falsified information into the official records of the United States government in order to obfuscate the Foundation's involvement in the presidential election of 2000. Additionally, you will be tasked with neutralizing any information breaches detected from SCP-4444's social media accounts. This action is necessary following a string of nonsensical tweets from Al Gore, presumably attributable to the previously dormant Garber Gore. The Foundation and the world at large are counting on your success. We die in the dark so you may live in the light. That is all. Good luck.